Do you ever sing when you play guitar? Well, if not, I'd recommend giving it a try. Why? Because it's been one of the most rewarding things I've done as a musician. Now, don't get me wrong, I love playing guitar. I love instrumental music where you play the melody all at once, like... You can sound like a singer. On guitar. But doing that takes quite a bit of work. And if you're at more of an intermediate level, perhaps you're taking courses on my site or you're watching some of my free tips here on YouTube, and maybe you learn the chords to a song, and a friend comes over and says, hey, play me something. You're learning guitar, play me a tune. And you go, okay, well, I learned this from John, and you start strumming some chords like... Now, just to do that alone takes quite a bit of work, but you might say to your friends or whoever's listening, do you know what song that is? And they're like, let me hear it again. Now, maybe they'll recognize it from the chords, but most people don't. If you ask them how a song goes, they don't go, well, it goes E minor to G. They're gonna need more of the melody. So if you add some singing with that, it might sound like this. It's something unpredictable, but in the end there's right. I hope you have the time of your life. And they might go, oh, Green Day, good riddance. So they might recognize the song. They still might not recognize it if they don't know it, but the key here is the melody. Now you could just play the melody if you want. But then you're going to be missing kind of the rhythm part behind it. So once you can add in the vocals, then it's going to make your songs more recognizable. And I think in a lot of ways it's going to keep the interest of your audience as well, because they'll be able to follow along. There'll be some words, and you can play songs that they love. Now, when I started, I had zero talent. I was not the singer in my first band. Actually, it was my best friend back in the day. And, bands are great, but they're tough to keep together. We eventually broke up. I think the singer moved away, or, something happened. I don't remember. We went through a bunch of, there was drummers that came and went, and egos and all sorts of things. And then once the lead singer left, I was like, well, what do I do? And then I was trying to find a lead singer. And if you have a great lead singer, it's hard to replace them a lot of times. And so I was like, well, maybe I should just start singing. And, this was way back when I was my voice was changing. I was in my, early teens, and I was just embarrassed to sing and scared. And the first thing you got to do is you got to be able to match a note, right? So someone says sing this note, and you might sound like, oh, your voice is sliding all over, but you have to be able to hit the note and match the vibration of that and sing in unison. This is called pitch matching, and great singers match the pitch of the melody, just like, it's something unpredictable, but in the end there's right? So these are the notes. It's not and sometimes you may, be a little under, you may not be perfect intonation, like a lot of great singers sing really in key, but it's something that's tough to do, da 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 da. If you want to get up to that note, you might be just a little flat sometimes, or maybe you'll go over. And the same thing applies to bending, right? If I want to bend into this note, it's gonna sound like that. If I go, then I'm under pitch, or if I go, then I am over pitch. So Great singers sing with really good intonation, and you have to be able to hear this. If you can't tell when you're on pitch or what that sounds like, then that's a basic fundamental of music you want to work out. And even if you don't want to sing a song, I still recommend being able to do this because, again, this is just a fundamental of music. And if you've struggled to do this, then go to johnmcclennan.com/golden-ear and get your hands on my free ear training cheat sheet for guitar players. This is going to show you specific intervals and things you need to know. Again, it's for guitar players to train your ear, and this is going to help you be able to improvise solos better. It's going to help you be able to sing better when you play, sing more in tune, transpose music, and just flow a million times better. And it's completely free. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/golden-ear and grab that now as my gift to you. Again, if you want to sing as well, this is particularly important. You may hear people say, oh, well, that person sings pitchy. Well, what that means is if you thought about like a tuner, a guitar tuner, this is a great way to think about it, right? You have that needle that goes to the green. Well, if they're over or they're under, then they're not hitting that right on pitch. And you're doing that with your voice inside your body. You're basically like calibrating it to be on pitch. And this is gonna make you sound great. It's gonna make other people just, it like resonates with the music. Like when something's out of key, right? It sounds dissonant and people go like, ugh, you know? So keep working on this as a fundamental skill. Again, go to johnmcclennan.com/golden-ear to help you more. As always, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you might like this one next.